What's up, peeps? Mike Vapes here. I gotta tell you, there's nothing I like more after a hard day of reviewing is to kick back, put up my feet, and watch Thesis. That's all I do. I love it.
Ah yes, the Smok SLM. I never ended up by reviewing it. I purchased a couple of them because they were so inexpensive, and I was so impressed by it. I gave one of them away to my boy William D. Rollinger. Afterwards, I ended up by losing this. I lost it, and it turns out that I never lost it. It was sitting right there amongst the rest of my mods. But it's literally so fucking small. Let me give an example. Right here. Bam. Here's a pen. Here's the Smok SLM. It's sort of similar like a Cigalike from back in the day. The thing is that this is way more impressive, way better performance. You fill it with your own liquid. In terms of Smok, I'm gonna eat some fucking crow because I love this device. Now with that being said, fuck the small talk. Let's go and get up close and personal with the Smok SLM. Welcome to Up Close and Personal with your boy Thesis. Now real quick, this is gonna be like a 90-second breakdown. The reason why everything's already sprawled out is because I was recording and then I had a fucking corrupted file on the SD card. I was a little bit pissed off, but we'll figure it out from here. So I just opened up the box. I just want to show you guys the exterior as is. Look at this. That's it. It looks like a truck stop special sitting up there on a fucking pegboard, swagger bamps. It's not something I expected anything from, and the fact that I got an extremely satisfying vape from it blew my mind. I was literally beyond words because it's a Smok product. A, B, it cost me like 15 bucks. More importantly, I could actually taste the liquid and have an MTL at the same time, which is a rare combination in this industry. So I want to give a big shout out to podjuice55.com, coupon code Thesis15. They are the official sponsor of basically all of the pod systems that I rock, and this one is no exception. The fucking flavor is tasting phenomenal in this pod. Granted, it's a little bit muted because it is a little on the tighter side even for an MTL, but I still want to give this a solid rating because they promised an MTL and they gave one. And that's kind of a big thing for Smok. For me, a lot of the Smok products that I do receive end up by being wishy-washy in terms of what they're promising versus what they're actually giving you. Like an MTL is not really an MTL. The flavor is usually good, but the longevity of the coils kind of suck. This is not the case with this one, at least not for the Slim. Now this is a 16-watt device, and I couldn't tell you the exact resistance of this because I don't have my multimeter with me or on me. The resistance on it, I'm assuming, is pretty high, especially because I'm getting a decent amount of time out of a 250 milliamp hour battery. To me, 250 milliamp hour is super tiny, except for in this application. In an MTL this tight, I've been getting 4 hours, sometimes 5 hours out of this. And I've basically been hooking it up via a USB extension, a really long extension, throw it in the truck and just use it as a pass-through. I'm gonna go ahead and take a hit so you guys can hear it. Beautiful. One more time. Goodness gracious. That shit right there hits beautifully. That's the way I want my liquid to hit, especially in something this tight. Now, of course, with that said, yes, it's an MTL, but it's even a little bit too tight for me. And I love me a super tight MTL. K-Fun is a good example of something that's like almost beyond perfection because it is adjustable almost infinitely, like all the way down to nothing, all the way to a really loose MTL. So this thing is going to end up by being perfect for virtually everybody. But now let me go ahead and compare the sound that you get with this hit. This is the K-Fun real quick. Pretty hard pull. I'm getting a little bit more flavor out of the K-Fun, which you should. That's a $100 tank versus a $15 pod system. Let's go and take one more hit just for comparison's sake. This feels so much closer to a cigarette than virtually any system I've used in the past. This is by far and away the tightest setup I've ever used. Now, inside of the box, you do get 2 pods, and for 15 bucks, who's complaining? That's amazing. Now, if I was a female and saw this shit being pulled out your pants, I'm like, put that shit away. This is ridiculous. The fact that they're giving you a 4-inch cable, come the fuck on, dude. That's ridiculous. Absolutely insane. And then, of course, we got closed cell foam. The rest of it's, that's it. I mean, that's literally it. Get a little attention-y thing. Do not inhale immediately after filling. Of course, you want to wait a couple of minutes. And then we do have this. This is going to be your quote-unquote instruction manual. 18 grams. Let's go and see if it lives up to that weight. It is extremely light, especially because I think it's made out of aluminum. It would be aluminum, zinc, and plastic, something along those lines. Zeroed out. Let's go and see how much it weighs with liquid in it. Bam! 18 grams. That is impressive. Can't believe I'm saying that about a Smok product. Not to be talking shit about Smok. It's just rare that Smok actually delivers some shit that they say that they're going to deliver, i.e. the coil longevity sucks. The flavor is amazing on their coils lately, except for the Baby Beast coils are terrible. And then, of course, the MTL status, like on the Trinity, is one of the worst marketing gimmicks I've ever seen. That MTL is not an MTL. The Nord coil, however, if you're into a loose MTL or a tight or restricted direct to lung, that Nord coil is fucking flawless. P.S. Sorry about the orange and red hue on my fingers. I was eating some Flamin' Hots and they were delicious. Bitch, it's okay, some other truckers. Now again, my overall consensus with this device is the fact that it's fun because I can try to do this all day long and I can't do it. There it is. So my overall consensus is that I like this thing as a pass-through, and I do like the fact that I could pop it off that USB and rock it for a couple of hours with 250 milliamp hours. If I was going to rock a Sigalike on a daily basis, this would be the one that I would choose. This one and the Sakari, or however the fuck you want to pronounce it. Problem is with that Sakari is I can't get those coils anywhere. I can't get those pods anywhere. Not from China, not from Indonesia, not from Mars. Trust me, I've tried the moon. So the fact that this thing exists virtually everywhere, I could fucking like buy 3 or 4 of these and just have them all around the studio, around the garage, inside of the shop, all sorts of kind of good stuff. I like this a lot. I would give this to someone who's trying to quit smoking and then get their own solid Nick salt for them to use inside of this, especially if they rock a tobacco. I'd fucking throw a tobacco Nick salt in here. It tastes similar as to a cigarette or similar as to what it is you want. Period. End of sentence. The way you fill it up is from the side. I do wish the reservoir hole was a lot bigger than this, because when I'm rocking, say, my pod juice in these unicorn bottles, pop this open, 0.8 mils, by the way, virtually zero liquid you're putting in here. You kind of got to be careful because it's going to bubble up and bubble out. So you want to use a blunt tipped syringe, or just be really careful whilst you're filling it, because otherwise you're going to get that leakage off to the sides, which of course I just did. Let's go and take one more puff so you guys can hear it. Again, not sure if you guys can hear that even, but I'll tell you the truth, it's amazing. Like, my Ninja Kitties, I wouldn't steer you in the wrong way. If you could find this for around 15 bucks and you want an extremely tight MTL, this is where it's at. Bitch, it's okay, smother truckers. Now, with that being said, let's go and get back to regular view, son. I don't understand the internet. I'm sitting here doing some more research, just like, I'm curious. What does the SLM have in terms of reviews on the internets? So I go to the internets. You know what I find? 3-star reviews at the most. I don't get it. I just got done reviewing the Trinity Alpha by Smok. 5-star reviews for this. It falls apart in my pocket. The next time a mod falls apart in my pocket, I'm going to hit it with an axe. I'm just going to. Why? Why does this got a 5-star review, yet the fucking Smok Slim? P.S. I don't know if it's the Slim, it's the SLM. There's no I. What the fuck is, what is it with companies who take consonants and then vowels and just remove shit from the names? Is it because there's already things named the Slim? Maybe. I don't know. Put a Y instead of an I. Be trendy. The Smok Lindsay Mouth. That's what we'll call it, because I don't know what it's actually called. But the Smok Slim is a phenomenal little, I would call this the alter ego to a Sigalike, right? This is like the better, more grown-up version of a Sigalike. It doesn't look like a cigarette, but yet at the same time, it's tiny. This is a pen, right? This is just an average-ass pen. Look at that. Look at the size factor in terms of the Smok Slim. This thing hits like a freight train for it being as restrictive as it is. It just does. Choo choo. Now, it doesn't hit hard. It doesn't hit even comparable to like the Magic Auto Pack. Let's see. By Joytech. Let me see. What the fuck? All this leakage from that stupid Trinity. Hit that Auto Pack real quick. Yeah, it doesn't hit. I take that back. It might hit pretty close to the Magic Auto Pack. This is a full charge, by the way. So is this. So at 16 watts, I'm looking at this right now, 250 milliamp hour battery, and yet I'm seeing 3-star reviews. Bitch, it's not a V-God. It's not a Tug Life. It's not a Proto Vapor. It's not a Paranormal, not a Lost Vape DNA 250. It's just not. It's a fucking $15 e-cig, bro. That bitch was loud. I'm in a soundproof studio, and that shit fucking shook. Whoo! Oh, shit. Now back to the Slim. I'm gonna go ahead and take a puff for you guys. I want to show you how to warm up the coil. A lot of the complaints were it doesn't hit hard enough. I agree, it doesn't hit hard enough for 16 watts, but it's a 250 milliamp hour battery. You gotta take it with the way of the scales. You got more battery, bigger it is, the less, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't become what it is what it is for a reason. They promised an MTL, guess what they fucking did? They delivered an MTL. Watch this. One puff, just to warm the coil up. Throat hit for days when it's done correctly. I want to commend Smok on doing some shit that's correct. They didn't even market this thing correctly. They just didn't. It's a lot like Asmodus. Asmodus doesn't fucking market the shit correctly. Now, there's a bunch of companies that don't do it. Yet Smok markets the fuck out of shit like the Trinity? Really? This shit is on point. Smok, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys, I want to say on ThesisHimself's patented figure of compatibility scale, I'm going to say this for what it promises is a 7.8. Bitch, bitch. It's okay, Smother Truckers. Now, with that being said, again, this is just a mini review. There's almost no features to it. I mean, there is none. You just literally put the fucking liquid in the pod, put the pod into the vape pen, what am I, fucking 19? You take the pod, you fill it up, you put it right here, bam, sauce. And this is a perfect travel device. This is exactly what I'm going to start bringing on airplanes and whatnot. There is nothing for me to complain about. It gives you what it promises. That is some shit that I look for in any given device. I don't give a fuck if this Beaver box mod is $500 or not. If it promises me a blowjob and it doesn't give me a blowjob, it's getting a 1 star. That's it. It just is. But the fact that this promises me 16 watt MTL, that's 250 milliamp hour battery, you know what? 7.8 out of 10. Bam, done. I said it. Okay, Smother Truckers. Now, with that being said, I want to tell y'all that I appreciate y'all for vaping with Thesis. It is your boy Thesis. I'm out. Welcome to Vaping with Thesis. I am your boy Nas, aka Thesis himself, and today we have got the Smoks, Lake St. Croix Beach, Minnesota. I bet it's a robocall. Should we find out? Hello?
Hi, this is John with the service center calling in regards to your vehicle. We are reaching out to you today to let you know your car's factory warranty may be expired.
Nice try. My vehicle is a 1990 Suburban. That warranty went out when I was born.